Joke time.
Yeah, it's a damn good time podcast. Damn good time podcast. Yeah.
It's a damn good time podcast.
Oh, that's not that kind of vibe we're going for?
I guess not.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. I'm Steve Schaefer,
I'm Cody Adams.
and this is a Damn Good Time podcast.
Hit him with it.
Hitting them with it once again.
We back, baby.
Yeah, we took a week off.
Yeah.
Uh,
Somebody had to go somewhere weird.
yeah, weird fucking places, man. But it's cool. I had a damn good time down there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. It was crazy. So we'll start it off with that.
Let's rock and roll.
I had for work reasons I had to go down to El Salvador.
El Salvador.
Yeah. It was nuts, and I kept making the joke with like some people like, yeah, I'm going down to get our immigrants. I'm bringing them back. You know, like so many people were pissed off. Like this guy doesn't deserve. Oh, I'm gonna go get him. That's fine. Like, that's gay. Like, so everybody kept bringing up this hairdresser out of New York that got deported and went to CCOT. And I don't know the dude's story. All I know is like for about 3 days, I saw like on TikTok and I saw on news stories, they kept saying this gay hairdresser. We deported this gay. They kept going heavy on the gay thing. And I was like, that's cool and all, but like, is he out? You know what I mean? Like, how bad would that be? He was like, no, I'm not. You know, like
I mean,
he's like, I can't even go back home now because my parents know that I'm gay and that I've been keeping it a secret.
I mean, it would have been better not, again, we're in this segregation thing. Like, hey,
Yeah.
why not say, hey, this male hairdresser, we would all assume because
Yeah.
you're not calling him a barber that.
Right. But yeah, it's
Maybe,
it's,
but
it's weird how sometimes the media portrays things as like, well, they were trying to stir up.
it's a game. That's why
They were trying to stir up a certain community to be like, oh, well, now they're persecuting the gays. Either way, I thought it would. I kind of came up with a joke in my head. It's like, he's like, I'd rather just stay here. I don't want to go back there. My parents didn't even know I was gay. Now the whole world knows that I'm a gay hairdresser. Fuck.
in El Salvador.
What a way to come out on the national news after you're already having a very shitty time.
So, El Salvador, right?
Yeah, Central America, right next to Guatemala.
So are they like? So that's the Salvador, right? If you break that into English,
Yeah.
the Salvador. So they're like Ohio State, the Ohio State, but we
Yeah.
are the Salvador.
The Salvador.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah. But dude, it was super cool. It was one of like, and like I've even said like I felt kind of like a fish out of water in Jamaica and stuff. But there, it was even crazier because, yeah, if you're watching, there it is on the map,
Oh wow.
right at the bottom of Mexico. There,
Yeah, I thought it was an island for some reason.
I'll tell you, it's got an island vibe because it's still in that same kind of area,
Yeah.
close to the equator and shit. But I don't know, it was super cool. It was very different. Speaking to people that didn't know Spanish or didn't know English, all they spoke was Spanish. And, I could do like, fuck, I can't even think of what.
Like, see,
Yeah, sí. Yeah, gracias.
you want this? They wouldn't even say that. They'd be like, and you'd be like, see.
Aqua. I know water, like shit like that. But like,
Cameron, no, allergic.
I made a Facebook post. If you don't follow me, that's cool. But it was like, it's kind of cool because I go in to get food and it's like I'm giving somebody else a little side quest. Like they're trying to figure out these little riddles of like small words that I can say that they know, but they're trying to figure out like, what does this fat American want in his face right now? Like
Rice.
yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna make sure you're full, buddy.
yeah.
What's the biggest thing we got? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the one spot I went to, I know.
Chicken tenders.
Well, pupusas are their food. Like, it's the actual national food of El Salvador is pupusa, and apparently Guatemala does them real well too. Which, imagine like,
Sounds dirty for whatever pupusa.
yeah.
Give me some of that pupusa.
Yeah, that's. I told the guys at work.
Hey, girl.
Told the guys at work, like, yeah, man, the one, like papoose is big down there. I was eating papoose all the time, and like, did you tell your wife that? But
Hey, girl, you got any pupusas I can get off you?
I want a nice juicy papusa.
It feels dirty
I
too.
know.
I don't know, like a thick griddle cake or flatbread.
Yeah, it's the national dish of El Salvador.
Pancake.
So it's made with masa, right?
Right.
And it's like they basically take, I'm guessing they take like a ball of masa and then they fill it with whatever filling. So I had like I had a queso one, I had chorizo and queso, and then I had frijoles and queso, so bean and cheese.
Yeah.
And they like make it into a ball and then they put it on like a tortilla press to smush it out. So it's like you have a thick tortilla made of masa flour. Certain areas they do rice flour, which I didn't try any of those. But then on the inside, it's melted cheese and all the good fillings. So it's like, it's almost like a weird flat tamale, if I could think of a way to explain it.
It's a loaded pancake is what it is.
Yeah.
But with corn.
Yeah.
With corn flour.
Yeah, and even like, you know, you see all these birria tacos, and they have like the little bowl of dipping. Like, they gave me a big old bowl of dipping shit.
Nice.
It was fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
And then in that same restaurant, I also got an order of chicharrones, so fresh pork fat, fried off, and it came with like a little salad and guacamole and shit. It was so fucking good.
See, we're not, like me and you going there, it's not, like, we're not weirded out because we're like, yeah, give me like, what's your weird shit? Give me that to eat. Like, give me that fat. Give me that.
Yeah.
Give me that stuff that we know you guys covered.
Yeah.
You guys covered too.
Yeah.
Because that, I mean, you go to most other foreign countries, like fat and in the weird things that people don't want to eat that
Right.
are most of the time the most delicious.
Organ meats, you know.
America's like, I don't want that. I don't want to eat that.
These are shitty cuts.
Yeah, I want chicken tenders.
Yeah.
You guys got some chicken tenders?
But yeah, so the pupusas were cool. I did get diarrhea once again. Montezuma seems to always get its revenge on me somehow, and it's always the day before I fly out.
You got some of that water in your mouth.
Yeah. So I had but I also had sushi at because the hotel I stayed at had 3 restaurants attached to it. One was like an Italian place, one was like a steakhouse, and the other one was sushi. So I had a bunch of sushi. The pupusas were dope. I had tortas, which were amazing.
It's just different bacteria, right? Our bodies aren't used to that.
Yeah.
It's the same if they would come up here. And
Right.
they would, and everybody's like, oh, don't drink the water down here because it fucks you. It doesn't matter where you go. If you not live there and you go to that place,
Yeah.
everything's different. It's different
Well,
bacteria. It's different things that are
And
in
up here, they
everything.
probably don't have to worry so much about bacteria, but they're probably like, oh, that chlorine and fluoride makes me feel like dog shit.
Yeah,
It's like,
right.
We're used to the chlorine and fluoride, just no bacteria.
We just put chemicals to kill everything.
Yeah.
So we all die early.
And they had these beers. It was just called Pilsner.
Yeah.
Just Pilsner. And I'm like, oh, so I kept drinking Pilsners. Those were pretty dope.
Yeah, they're pretty typically like even went to Australia, they had they had the American beers and stuff.
Yeah.
But they had like their 3 or 4 beers and that was it.
Yeah.
I'm sure that scene's changed since I've gone. Just like a lot of countries, but it's just like it's all pretty straightforward and they all have their one like cheap ass domestic beer that's like $1 a beer still.
Yeah, dude, everything was so fucking cheap down there too.
Yeah, I bet.
Like, it's nuts. And then El Salvador uses the American dollar. They don't have their own form. It's not like a peso or anything like that. They use the American dollar.
That shit in like, hell yeah.
So I had 3 specialty sushi rolls and 2 dry martinis for dinner, and it was $34.
Shit.
Like,
Shit.
you can't even fucking. sitting at the hotel bar. I had like 3 pilsners one night. They were $2.25 a piece. I don't think you get a beer. I don't think you get a Miller Lite at a local fucking bar for $2.25.
Not under $3. No, now it's like $3. I'm like, bring them on.
Yeah.
I gotta actually. What you got to do is get a whole bucket of them to get them at $3 a piece.
It's happy hour. We
That's the only
can
time,
get
yeah.
$3 a beer.
Right,
yeah,
right.
dude.
You can't go at dinner time and be like, oh, let me get a Coors Light, and I'll be like, $5, $6. It's
Yeah.
like, Jesus, man.
And I also went to a spot. Just
I won't say that's everywhere. I know this place is cheap, but
so. Apparently, they love Pizza Hut down there too. Because I was staying,
doesn't?
so I was, so San Salvador is the capital of El Salvador, and that's where I stayed.
okay.
And it was a pretty big city. There's like a mall across the street from my hotel. I would almost say it's about the size of a Cleveland, but the feel of Canton.
Sure.
You know, because
Yeah.
it is still a little poor, more impoverished kind of country. So they didn't have like big high rises and shit, but they had.
Decent size,
All
but
the
not a
sales stuff.
major city.
But even like the Pizza Hut was huge, big neon signs outside. Like I'd expect that Pizza Hut that I saw down there to be the one in Las Vegas.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right,
Like
whoa.
with all the signs and shit that they had, like the way it was presented, it looked fucking awesome for a fucking Pizza Hut. I
That-
was like, this is
That
wild.
is where Pizza Hut originated. Did you know that?
In El Salvador?
No.
But it's like,
That'd be pretty badass. It was.
yeah, yeah. That's it's famously known that that's the original Pizza Hut is in San Salvador.
It's a weird thing that I would have a hard time not getting at least like one pie from there because I'd want to see. I would want to compare.
So I was curious about a lot of things because they had Wendy's, and of course, like you see the burgers.
I would have waited till somebody came out the door with like a couple pies and be like, I will give you $5 for one slice.
Yeah.
Just one slice.
I will say this because there's Wendy's and Burger King's down there,
Yeah.
and you know, like up here, Burger King's the Whopper, Wendy's is like the Baconator. You know, like that's
Yeah.
kind of the thing. Down there, it was everything was Texas Rodeo. So it had bacon and barbecue sauce and onion rings on it. Like,
Yeah.
and apparently that was like their deal. Like that was their special burgers. The shit that they loved was like that. And it even said Texas Rodeo. And
Right.
then everything else was in Spanish.
Because you know you're coming across the border, you go to Texas.
That's
But
the
yeah.
closest thing. That's the closest thing to America you can get is
Yeah,
Texas.
Texas rodeo, man. Come on, hit him up now.
But so I didn't go to any of those chains, but I did find there's a spot, and I did some internet searching, and I couldn't find out a definitive answer. But there's a place called Buffalo Wings.
What I was going to say too with that, while you're searching this, 5 years ago, I don't think I would have thought the same until like people started posting all these social media posts about like the different McDonald's in different countries and stuff.
Yeah.
But if you told me there was a Pizza Hut down in El Salvador when you just pulled up on the map, which by the way, I would have not thrown a dart at that
Right.
on the map. I mean, I would have got somewhat down in the in that region, but not close. I would have been hitting islands, but I'm like, there's a pizza in the middle. How I want to know how different that pizza
Right.
is, because I guarantee it's not the same.
Yeah.
Or if it is, that's awesome too.
So the one that I did was this place called Buffalo Wings. I'm putting it up on the screen right now. It looks like it could be tied to the B-Dubs franchise,
Okay.
but everything about it is a little different. Even that logo is different than B-Dubs.
Yeah.
The menu looks very similar.
Or maybe somebody's just copying.
I honestly think that's what it was.
It's like, well, we're down here. You can't come after us.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't sue us. We're just gonna take your model,
Yeah.
and
We're not doing this shit in the United
Yeah.
States, so you can't sue us for copyright infringement. We're just in El Salvador.
yeah. Do they like pounding wings, chicken wings down there even?
So I had their wings. Their buffalo sauce, honestly, was way better.
Sure.
And so instead of like B-Dubs in not Ohio, but in the United States, it has all the sauces, and they rate them from like mild to hottest.
Right.
Here they have all their flavors, and then you can add how much spice you want to them. And I thought that was pretty fucking dope.
Right.
It's like, oh yeah, I got the garlic barbecue, which by the way was fantastic.
Garlic barbecue.
Because they put like real chunks of garlic in it,
Of course they do.
and then I could get
Of
it.
course. Everything's better.
And I could get it as spicy as I wanted.
They're not just putting some fake sauce on that.
Yeah.
That comes from a jar. They're making it back there.
But I mean, honestly, like if you look at this, it seems like it should be an offshoot. But even that brand, even that fucking logo,
Pull up that menu. Can you pull up that menu picture, that Facebook one, like
that
beside
one,
the other one down the left. Yeah, that one.
That
Yeah,
guy?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Let's see that one. Ah, yeah. Look at that.
yeah,
I
and
can
so
just tell that's better.
and
There's
so here's
fucking meteors flying. chicken drummy meteors flying.
yeah. And so then they call them. So you can get wings, or the boneless are just called chunks. So you can get some chunks.
That's what it is. Whoever gave up boneless wings, by the way, needs punched in the face.
And then if you're looking here, those are the sauces. Those are more of the buffalo traditional sauces. These are barbecue. These are different sauces, and then you can pick your spice.
Picante.
You can add any of that spice to any one of these sauces. So the sauces themselves aren't mild to hot. Everything's going to be kind of a mild, but you can make it spicy.
Okay. Questions about this already.
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of this I see is in Spanish, right?
Yeah. It's all Spanish.
Okay. Except down at the right. Don't be a chicken.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Is that because it's fun?
I don't know.
Oh, I feel like some American
'Cause-
grab B-dubs.
And then even combos. Well, I don't know if combo
Combos might be, yeah.
might translate the same in Spanish, but
Extras?
yeah.
Yeah, that might be the same.
Postres, salsas,
Oh, combo probably is. 'Cause
And then
they
you-
got combo
and then
30, combo 10,
they even
combo
have
20.
camarones buffalo, so you can get buffalo shrimps.
Well, buffalo probably is because they probably didn't know
Yeah.
what buffalo was. But don't be a chicken down there.
Yeah.
And maybe that's just to be funny.
Or because they're trying to Americanize it a little bit. Like, this is an American restaurant here in El Salvador,
Yeah.
you know?
And they're like, but they're down there and they only read Spanish and they're like,
Yeah.
What's this mean?
Yeah. Well, maybe like, if you say, don't be a chicken, it like translates to like, oh, you coward. But if you're like, I don't know how you say don't be in
Don't be
Spanish, but
polo,
don't be
polo da da cha.
el pollo. And they're like, yeah, why would I be a pollo? You know? Like,
But I mean, look at the prices already.
yeah.
$25. That looks like you get 30 chunks.
30 boneless wings,
Mhm.
2 orders de papas, so fries,
Fries.
and 3 options of sauces.
Yeah.
So 30 boneless wings and 2 orders of fries for $25.
Oh, yeah. So it's all boneless right there.
Yeah,
The whole
those
thing's boneless. Yeah.
well, it's 30 alas with,
But you go to
and I think alas means with.
you go to B-Dubs down the street, you get 30 boneless with 2 orders of fries. That's
Yeah.
$50-$60. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll eat 12 to 24 wings, and it's usually 36 to $40, somewhere around in there.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun just to look at that.
Yeah, but
It really is.
I'm pretty sure because I even like Google searched it and I was trying to see if it was still part of like the franchise, but I don't think they're tied to B-Dubs at all.
I think somebody just took the
Yeah.
model. It was like, come catch me down outside.
Yeah.
Door, Bob.
Get
Come
some.
catch me.
Get some. You can't
Some-
do that.
It's probably some white dude living on the beach. It's just- you know what I mean?
Yeah,
He's like, nah, I'm just gonna take this down here. Screw you guys.
yeah. This is my concept now here in El Salvador.
They like some chicken wings.
Yeah,
He went around to a bunch of people. Was like, would you eat this? And they're like, oh yeah, it's very
Yeah.
good, very good.
I will say. So I had original buffalo with some spice in it, and it was so much butterier.
Yeah.
You know how like when we made, you can't fail with taking Frank's Hot and adding butter and garlic to it to make it a
Yeah.
good buffalo sauce. And I feel like that's exactly what they did. It was not. None of the sauces were anything like I ever tasted at a B-dub. So that's why another reason why I think it's not associated with B-dubs at all.
You take a gallon of Frank's and you add 1 pound of butter to it, and then put whatever seasonings you want in there. We always did like a garlic.
And you slow whisk it in, you slow melt it in, or else it'll separate.
Yeah, heat that buffalo sauce a little bit, start mixing it in. Oh man,
Yeah.
10 times better than Frank's.
Yeah.
Frank's is a good hot sauce. Don't get me wrong.
Frank's is a good base.
It's a good base.
I actually saw a TikTok of a guy that went to a 4-star Michelin restaurant, and he talked to the chef. He's like, "Hey, give me a 4-star buffalo wing experience," and he actually deboned them, sous vide, like par cooked, and then fried, and like he did a lot of different shit to the wings, but the sauce was still. Like, we start with Frank's, and we whisk in butter. I'm like, dude, that's how you do a buffalo. That's how you do buffalo sauce, man. Frank's and butter. You don't really need anything else.
Frank's is a fantastic base.
That's still a 4-star. That's a 4-star recipe.
Some people might lean, I don't know what, Louisiana hot sauce side, or the
Texas Pete, shit
Texas
like that.
Pete, but
That's thinner. That's more for like eggs and you know, that's more of an addition. But if you're using a sauce base, man,
wing sauce, Frank's is
that is just
no contest.
thicker. You know.
Yeah, it's just something different. But yeah, that sounds fun. Anyways,
It was fun.
anyways, that ran about
Yeah.
the wing place in El Salvador.
Yeah, that was nuts.
There you
dude.
go.
That-
If you ever go down to El Salvador, check out, what was it called?
Buffalo wings.
Buffalo
Just
wings.
buffalo wings.
Just buffalo wings. That's
Yeah.
so good too.
And I know they have it right there in San Salvador. I don't know how far out. I don't know the rest of. I didn't get to explore too much of the country. I basically stayed in San Salvador.
Yeah.
And then the craziest thing is my guide. So there were 2 labs, and the guy worked for both of them. He's an Irish dude straight from Ireland. Met his El Salvadorian wife in France and moved down there in '78.
Nice.
So when he talks to you in English, it's hard to understand what the fuck he's saying because he's saying it with an Irish accent. and then he speaks full Spanish, so he was like my translator and all this shit. And then it's weird to hear him talking Spanish with an Irish accent backing it.
That is weird.
Because even like a lot of the people that spoke Spanish, they're like, "Okay," you know, they had to say things again, like because they couldn't understand him because his accent was so thick.
Yeah.
And then I even asked him, like, so, like, you go back to Dublin and shit? He's like, yeah, you know, we go to Dublin. And he's like, luckily, I don't have a Dublin accent, but I have family in Dublin. So when I go there, my accent's different. It's like, so when you go there, do they think you have a Spanish accent on top of your Irish, on top of your English because you've been down here so long? And he's like, actually, yeah. Like some of them think I talk weird. It's like, dude, that's so fucking weird that you got that kind of a weird melting pot
Spanish,
of
Irish, yeah.
accents now.
That is cool. It's different.
Yeah, but yeah, it was super cool. It was definitely a dope experience, and yeah, that's all.
El Salvador.
That's all I've got to say about that.
But yeah, that was a
Hell
trip.
yeah.
Anything else cool going on with you? How's your 2 weeks been?
I don't know. Where are we at?
Yeah.
No, just kidding. New job's going good.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if I reported on that the last time I recorded. I think
We
said
talked
I
about
was
it a little
doing
bit.
stuff, but yeah.
We talked about your first week.
Yeah. Property management, different animal, but
Yeah.
figuring stuff out, going good. I guess the big question is, can one gorilla beat 100 men? Because
That's been
that's
all over
all over the internet,
dude.
There's no shot.
That's the whole meme right now.
Can one gorilla beat 100 men? No. He gonna get gassed by 20.
The one meme I saw, I seen a lot of TikToks of guys like they're like ghost face on it, you know, like they're like scared, and it's like being number 101 or being number 100 after you see the gorilla delimb number 99. Like,
Yeah.
oh, fuck, but
He ain't strong enough to delimb somebody.
oh fuck, I think a gorilla could tear your arms off.
That's a lot of pressure. It takes over 10,000 pounds to crush a human skull.
Yeah, but to pop a joint out and rip some skin.
Well, with his teeth, maybe, but that's a lot. But here's the thing I will say. You know, one, if you're number one, go in there to bear hug him and poke him in the eyes.
There's no way. I don't think you're ever going to get close enough to bear hug a fucking gorilla.
I think you could.
I think their arms are longer than their bodies are, dude. You can't even get close.
Here's the thing. I think we're quicker.
Yeah.
I think we're a bit quicker in our reaction time and stuff. Because think about this.
Are we talking dudes in their 20s, too?
Oh, well, you're going to mix.
Elite
but
athletes?
Here's the thing. You're
I
gonna
know, I'm fuck.
You're going to be quicker. And I know this whole argument of, like, there's no weapons or anything. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. You got fingers. And they're pointy. Get them eyeballs out.
I'd go genitalia and eyes. Yeah.
Yeah. And then one, I just try to tame him first. I'm
Oh,
like,
you're gonna
hey,
be his
man.
friend.
Hey, buddy. Hey, chill out. Chill out. And then now it's one gorilla and 100 men versus whoever wants to take us on. Why are we trying to beat up this gorilla?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know? I realize this gorilla just killed 15 babies. Then, oh, yeah, okay, we got to go take him down.
He needs.
But there's a reason we're higher on the food chain, too. It's because we understand tools and weapons.
Right, but we're not allowed to use tools and weapons in this.
Yeah,
In
so
the,
we're-
in this scenario, you're not allowed.
We're in a bear arena. Look, go for his eyeballs.
Yeah.
Everybody go for his eyeballs. Take his eyeballs out. If you can't see, you can't do shit.
Right.
You just grab it. And then when half the people die, you just throw dead bodies at him and he's still just... But at the end of the day, a gorilla is still a physical specimen that only has so much energy.
Yeah.
And there's no way it can go through 100 people without getting exhausted. Just exhausted.
Yeah.
And being like, "Ugh, I need to go to bed. I need rest. I can't do this anymore." 100 people. And there's some big dudes out there.
Yeah.
8, no way.
Let's say
10 dudes, 10 physically fit dudes. I think you might have a little fight on your hand.
Well,
you
I'm
know?
thinking too. Say, we'll just throw an average out. Say, every one of those 100 dudes lasts a 5-minute round.
Sure.
So, obviously 5 times 100 is 500.
500, yeah.
500 divided by 60. That's an 8-hour day.
That's a lot. But that's not an 8-hour day. That's 8 hours, but it's 8
Yeah.
hours straight.
Yep. And now, are we talking zoo gorilla or are we talking wild gorilla as well?
Talking wild. And I guarantee a wild gorilla still isn't swinging around trees all day for 8 hours a day.
Yeah, he's gonna expend a lot. And
lot
that's the
of
thing,
energy.
because he's not smart enough to know that there's going to be 100 motherfuckers coming after him, right?
Right.
We're smart enough. We know we're taking him on. You can't even train a gorilla to understand that there's going to be 100
Yeah.
dudes. So he'll come out. Probably first one, he'll probably like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, push him around to where, like, oh, you're trying to hurt me? Rip your face off, pull your dick off, fuck
Throw
you.
a little bit.
Use all of his strength to pick you up and throw you across the thing. Another one, fuck. And he's going to go ape shit. Yeah. Little ape shit on like the first 10, not realizing that it's a marathon for him. So, yeah, you're right. He might get tired, but
You just smother him to death, too. 100 dudes.
I bet you gorillas.
Interlocked arms. Just run at him.
Oh, I was thinking like everybody takes a turn.
No, so in most of their scenarios, they're like, there's
Uh.
100 dudes and one gorilla. What are you going to do? And they're like, well, one, you can't have 100 dudes attack at once, obviously. And the first 10 guys are just going to be victims
Yeah.
to this gorilla. But, I mean, if you went and circled him and all interlocked arms and just ran at the same time, man,
Yeah.
now a bunch of people are still going to die, but you murder that gorilla, too.
He might just jump up into a tree and start body slamming, dropping off people's elbow off the top rope.
What do they got vertical wise? Probably like, it's probably high. It's probably like a 6 foot vertical, 7 foot vertical, I'd say.
Let's see.
Either way, that sounds terrifying for the gorilla. I'm not gonna lie. 100 of anything. 100. Think about this. 100. Let's compare this to them.
So over a 10-foot distance, but how tall? What's the vertical?
100 3-year-olds are running at you that know how to fight
Yeah.
and bite and scratch and
Yeah.
do everything and go for your vitals. 100 of them are at you. Do you think you could beat up 100 3-year-olds old before you're exhausted and they just murder you?
Yeah.
No, you couldn't.
Without a doubt.
You could not.
Yeah.
You would be overwhelmed.
Nah.
By 50, you would be like, oh, and then
They're dead.
one's biting you in the back of the leg and one's jumping on your face and like,
Yeah, well, dude, gorillas make adrenaline. Adrenaline kicks in,
I'm
dude.
sure. Doesn't matter. Adrenaline only lasts you for so long,
True.
and you're done. Then you just spent, and you just beat up 50 of
The
them.
thing is I know. Well, I'm not saying that gorillas don't know how to fight,
I'm just saying
because they can look at it. They can look at a being like us and see the vital parts, like eyes. You know.
they know how to kill
Yeah.
one thing at a time. They don't know how to handle a situation of 100 things attacking it. You know, you might think you know. All right, so you just knocked out, 5 3-year-olds by kicking them and punching them. Guess what? They ain't dead. They're waking back up.
Are you allowed to use the bodies as a weapon?
Sure. But that's going to exert more energy.
Yeah. Well, a fucking gorilla could, if he was smart enough, he could rip a femur out and start, bashing people with a club too.
Well,
Get a little extra
I
distance.
guess if that's the case, then we just throw one guy in, let him die, and he throws him back to us, and
and then
we
we get his bones.
we start sharpening his bones. And
Yeah.
then,
And then we get all of a sudden we get his bones.
this is why we're superior. We stab him with leg bones.
These are good bones.
Again, this is why we dominate.
Well,
but
this is another reason why
a
maybe-
gorilla would also pick up a stick. too.
maybe
The stick
we
was
need to
a
tap out of this sort of
stupid ass talk.
Well, no, not necessarily a stupid ass talk, but this mindset that we have nowadays of like animals, treat them fair, and people, they're all equal. It's like, nope, let's find 100 fucking derelicts and let's find let's find a fucking gorilla and let's
that
see
killed a
it
baby.
out. Let's see it out. Let's go back to fucking gladiator
Get
times, dude.
Harambe.
Yeah, well, that's what they
Instead of
used to do.
shooting.
That's
Instead of
what they
shooting
used to do with the
Harambe.
Colosseum, right? They'd like, well, could one tiger take on 60 of these guys with swords? And they just found out. It wasn't a question.
Yeah.
They weren't like, oh, submit your answers and we'll come together in town hall and we'll talk about. Yes, the general consensus is that 6 guys with swords could take on a tiger. Argument over. No, they threw him in the fucking Colosseum and found out, dude. Like, we should do that.
Now, if me and you were placed in a jungle
Yeah.
and we had to fight a gorilla, but we can use anything at our disposal. We don't go in with anything. We don't have knives. We don't have anything like that. But we got to add anything to our disposal. Could we take out a big ass gorilla?
No.
If we had 2 hours of prep time before he's unleashed from his cage to come hunt us down.
Yeah, but if we don't have knives, what are we sharpening tools with?
A rock.
How sharp do you think you can get a fucking stick?
Pretty sharp enough
Yeah.
to penetrate. I would think so.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Those things.
Well, we got to get clever quick, right?
Yeah.
That's the situation you got to get. You got to get clever quick. You got to be smart.
I'll
And
try-
that's why we win.
I maybe even think I'll try
That's
to
why the
think.
human race is won.
I'll try to think outside the box, and I'll think like Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I'll just. But it's like, well, it's not the mud. He's not heat vision, but maybe he'll throw scent off, so I'll just rub shit all over myself too. Maybe he just won't want to touch me.
It's not your own shit because he's going to smell that from a mile away.
Well, I'm gonna put my own shit on him. He'll be like, "Ew, gross! I don't want to touch that guy." And I'm like,
I don't think they care about that. They're going to be like,
"Hey, man, wild card, dude.
Wild
Wild card."
He ate steak last night.
Well, then I'll piss and shit all over you.
That's why the mud works, because the mud is natural.
Yeah, But I was just thinking, like, that thing's poisonous. I don't want to touch him, and then I sneak up behind him whenever he's trying to kill you. Like, ew, gross. Get away from me.
I'm gonna get him. He doesn't smell like
this
shit.
thing doesn't have shit on it. I'm gonna go kill that thing
And
that
the time
doesn't
you-
have shit on it. And I'm like, ha, surprise, cockbag. And
And in the time you've been trying to shit that much shit to cover yourself,
yeah.
I have fastened 17 traps.
What traps can you make in 2 hours that'll hold a fucking massive gorilla?
Enough to slow him down. That's all I'm saying.
And that's how I'll have enough shit on me, enough to slow him down.
I'm not going to divulge all of my traps that I could make in that much of time.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a lot, but it'd be enough.
Yeah, dude. That once again, that's a hard question to answer because it's all speculative. You know, it's like
Yeah. And then again, like I said, I'd be like, hey, man, what's up, dude? Chill out.
yeah, hey, bro.
Well, we got some food
I
back
got,
here.
I got a nice little banana for you.
Let's not do this
Let's
at
be
all.
bros.
Whoever locked us in here, let's go get them.
Yeah, yeah. Fuck that guy. Let's go together and get that guy.
Why are we trying to fight?
Yeah.
Why are you trying to do this?
And then, like in Gladiator, you throw the spear at like the king's head and shit. Yeah. And the gorilla's like, "Whoa, this guy means business.
I'm gonna get you.
We're on the same team."
Planet of the Apes style.
Yeah, dude.
You friend the apes.
Yeah. Maybe that's what we do. We go find a bunch of coconuts, and we like figure out like tree sap to get all the coconut hair on us, so that we look like gorillas.
Camouflage.
You know what I mean? We
And then
blend
we
in. We become.
And then you're shaking your butt at him, and then I jump on his back and
We become the
Mark him.
gorilla. Yeah. Oh, you want me to be the female gorilla? Oh, dude, we can Bugs Bunny it, dude. Yeah. Yeah. That's the trap. I'll dress up as a female gorilla. Just please get him before there's any sort of penetration, okay?
'Cause, I mean, you're about the size. I have like me. I'm gonna
Yeah.
be like, that's a little kid, and he's not gonna want to do that. But then I have to like kill him. I mean, he might just get.
I find some like red fruit, put it on like lipstick and shit. And we got coconuts. I'll put them on my titties, like like
Yeah.
Bugs Bunny did. Like it's like a bra, and he's like, obviously that's a girl. She's got a
And
bra.
he's running around, just go. Ooh,
Ooh, ugga bugga, ugga bugga, ugga bugga.
I think that was caveman. I don't know.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
They say things, whatever. Yeah, I did go caveman. Ooh, ooh, ooh,
We'll YouTube that real quick.
ooh, ooh, ooh. And he's like, yeah, and he
You imagine if you knew that language, and you get 100 people around, somebody's gonna be trying that.
yeah.
Girls like, what? Never mind. I'm good. I'm gonna go get laid. I'm gonna go get laid.
100 dudes go to try to fucking attack this gorilla, and one dude just runs up, tries to start sucking his dick. Like, what the fuck?
I've always wanted to do this.
And then another guy reaches up and like break. I don't know if I bet you it's hard to break a gorilla's neck, but like it's like holy shit, that fucking worked. We only needed 98 of us. The other two, they're dead, but the rest of the 98 was one guy to suck his dick.
I imagine a
Distract him.
gorilla's neck is about 3 times the size of
Oh
ours.
my god, yeah,
So yeah, there's no breaking neck.
yeah.
You probably still choke him out though.
Put him in a rear naked choke.
Hold!
Tap out, motherfucker, tap out.
You better be using his legs. You'd be like just jumped up.
Fuck, dude. I don't know, man. Whatever
Some
the
kung
answer
fu
is,
master jumped up and just choked him.
whatever the answer is, I don't want to be a part of the test group. That's all I'm saying. No. Yeah, I won't volunteer for that.
Yeah, no, like try. I mean, if you're forced to do it, give it a hell of a shot and go for the eyeballs and go
Somebody
for the
offered,
things.
like, hey man, you're probably gonna die, but just by you participating in this, you get $10 million. Your family will be set.
Nope.
Yeah, no, I'd rather hang out with my family.
Yeah, nope.
My wife and kids would be like, just do it. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine, Dad. You're real strong. No.
I don't think there's unless you giving me a firearm,
Yeah,
no amount of money, and even then I'd be like, nah.
22 pistol, 1 round.
You got to get up close and dirty.
All that's gonna do is piss that motherfucker off.
You gotta go for the again. You gotta go for the eyeball and
Yeah,
just literally
yeah.
shoot it through the eyeball.
Well, what's was it David and Goliath? It was one man versus a thing bigger than a gorilla.
He slung shot a rock in right in the temple.
Yeah.
Dropped his ass.
Yeah, that's all we need to do is throw rocks at his head.
I mean, yeah.
All I know is I'm in no shape to do it right now.
That I would never be.
Yeah. Moving off that topic, I want to go like
Yeah, let's go.
I had an MRI in my knee today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're telling me a little bit about that. Sorry.
And so they sent me. So now you can get an internet portal of shit. I haven't talked to the doctor yet, so I don't know what how we're gonna correct this. But I have. Let's see here. Let's say.
Probably break it again.
Yeah. If I'm trying to fight a fucking gorilla.
You know.
So I have a full thickness tear of the anterior cruciate ligament, which is ACL. Full thickness tear. ACL's gone. Radial, full thickness radial tear of the lateral meniscal and diffused inner free edge trunction of the medial meniscus. So both my meniscuses, basically, I don't know shit. It's hard for me to understand this, but my meniscuses are done.
Your knee's chop suey. A gorilla punched you in the knee.
Yeah, and a mild sprain of the LCL.
Okay.
There's even a spot in here.
I don't know what that means because I've never done any of that, as far as I know. But you didn't know you did it because you probably did it years ago too. So
Yeah. Hold on. There's verbiage in here. I want to find it. Where it says like they found scar tissue. That seems like it was like. Hold on. Let me find. I'm sorry. This is bad. I didn't bring it up.
just say it. Just say it with your chest.
Yeah, so there's verbiage in here that's like, and there's scarring on this ligament or something that seems reminiscent of a previous surgery, and it's like, well, I've never had surgery on my knee,
Yeah.
so that apparently means that I fucked it up long ago, and I just keep compounding the issue. So,
Oh God.
so in 2 weeks, I go to see what the corrective.
Well, you said to me like it was probably back when we were in Vegas and you
Yeah.
jumped off that rock and you're like, my knee doesn't feel right.
Yeah,
And yada yada. Yeah, you probably did then, and that was probably what,
and I've
10 years ago?
And I've popped it like this and had it feel like this at least 4 different times after that. This is the 4th time after that, so the 5th time total.
Maybe there's some
So I
stem
just keep
cells in
fucking-
there. And
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
be all right.
I don't want to get surgery. Let me pop down to Tijuana or go to Panama and get some fucking black market stem cells, mesenchymal stem cells, and some peptides and physical therapy. Let it heal itself.
That's all I need now, apparently.
I heard Rogan on a podcast talk about he avoided shoulder surgery. Doc's like, you need surgery on that, and instead he went and got stem cells in different countries because they're not legal here.
Right.
He got stem cell injections and did physical therapy himself on it. And 6 months later, he went back into that same doctor and he's like, "It's healed. You're fine.
Boom.
I've never seen this happen before."
Boom.
Yeah, but the
You've
healthcare
got-
system, insurance companies can't make money off of that. So
Right. And Joe Rogan also has
Yeah,
hundreds
lots
of
of
millions of
fucking
dollars.
money, dude.
So
Lots
he
of
can,
fucking
he
money.
can pop down the best of the best, where you're going to go to some guy
Yeah,
back alley. He's gonna be like,
yeah.
I got what you need. And you're
like,
like,
stem cell, he's C.
I don't want those.
C, and he hands me a pupusa. I'm like, "Oh, I know pupusas." He's like, "Yeah, sí, pupusa grande, bueno." I'm like,
Thousand.
yeah. And like 1,000, like, here's $1,000. No, peso. And like, well, here's $10.
Yeah. Yeah, you're good.
And then I get
Son of a bitch, you tricked me again.
that'd actually be a funny kind of skit, and you get Mexican stem cells, and all of a sudden it's like you wake up the next day and you can speak Spanish.
Yeah.
Because that's the theory behind stem cells are just cells that don't know what to do yet.
Yeah.
You put them in your body, and your body's like, "This place hurts, send them there. You know, this spot needs repaired, send them there." So they could technically go anyway, anywhere, but they most likely go to the spot that needs fixed and boosted and healed and made new. But then all of a sudden it'd be funny if like, now I can como está bien?
Put it in my brain. And in Spanish. I've been down here for too long.
Like, this fucking douchebag doesn't even know how to speak Spanish. Let's go to his brain. Let's go to the language center.
Yeah. Open that filing cabinet up. Now you know words, idiot.
Yeah. It was like as soon as he injects you with them, like, you know, you have a translator and like, sorry, no habla español. And that's exactly like stem cells like, we need to fix that.
What an idiot. Again, going back, this is just a computer program.
Yeah.
Just what I always say, just the Matrix. It's whatever.
Yeah.
Simulation. That's what I was going for. No,
Yeah.
anyway, that sucks.
Yeah. I'm not looking forward to that.
I had that when I broke my ribs.
Yeah.
They were like, yeah, your ribs up here are cracked. Da, 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 da. There's one down here. Does that one hurt? I'm like, no. And they're like, well, you probably broke that one a long time ago.
Yeah.
I'm like,
It looks a little
okay.
fucked up.
I'm like, okay. They're like,
we can see the scar tissue
yeah,
there.
it's either broke right now or it's like healed really weird. I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, okay, well, I probably broke it a long time ago then.
The thing I'm worried about most is like right now and like I said, it's the fourth or fifth time I've done this. And I know I can baby it and everything's going to be fine. I don't want it to ruin my summer.
Right.
You know, I like it unless I go in and the doc's like, we don't want any more scar tissue on this because it'll be harder to repair. We need to fix it now. Like, can we push this off to winter, dude?
Right.
Like, boating season's happening. I don't want to have like stitches and like a brace on a boat. Golf's coming up. I was swinging a club in the backyard the other day. I was like, I could still swing a club without discomfort. Like, let me enjoy my summer. Do it wintertime, and then I
Yeah.
can sit on the fucking couch and play video games all day
Hit
long.
me October, November.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
let's
yeah.
just hit me up, man.
Yeah.
Hit me up. Hit me up.
Let's do it. Can we do it then?
Yeah.
Like, this is summer.
It's gone this long. Well, it's a few more months.
Yeah, 2014 was when we were out in Vegas and I jumped off that rock,
Yeah.
dude.
Don't even,
I've
go,
been dealing with it ever since.
don't even go see him till September. What's the point? I've been doing this shit for 10 years, man. I ain't gonna know better.
Right.
I'm like, well, you can make it worse. If I could have made it worse, I would have done the last 11 years.
Yeah.
So, see ya.
There is an older guy, an older gentleman at work that he's retiring in the next 2 weeks. And he said he tore his ACL, couldn't afford to take off work. Couldn't afford, didn't want to. Where I'm at right now. He's like, so I put it off. And the doctor said, just no sprinting, no quick side-to-side actions. He's like, you can build up strength in the muscle around it to do the work that the ligaments aren't doing. He's like, but there's always going to be slop in that knee. And through all that slop, he wore out all the cartilage and went bone to bone and had to have a full knee replacement. So I do believe, like, I could put it off and be fine.
Titanium knee, man. That's sweet.
Well, we're talking like 30 years then, and like 30 years of probably fucking pain and torture on it.
If we get a titanium knee,
Yeah.
and then everybody
dude.
everybody get in a fight and
like
you just
5
knee him in the face.
In about 5 years, knees are going to be way cooler with AI designing them and shit.
Shit.
That's even the MRI tech told me, he's like, yeah, the results will be posted in about 5 days. I'm like, well, I'm not seeing the doctor for like 2 weeks. Okay, you got plenty of time. This was yesterday. I get the results today. I bet you they upload those scans to a fucking AI program that diagnosed all that shit.
Oh hell yeah!
You know what I mean?
There was that. About the Joe Rogan. There's those two guys on there. They were talking about they ran a diagnosis for a patient. They showed him MRIs or scans or whatever.
Yeah.
A doctor got him right, got their diagnosis right, 84% of the time.
Yeah.
A doctor with AI help got it right 87% of the time. AI by itself got it right 92% of the time. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, why don't you think the doctor with the AI's help? And they're like, well, the thing is, the doctor was AI help, what they ran into was the doctor going, I know what I'm talking about. This AI doesn't know what it's talking
Yeah.
about. So would not take its help.
Or like AI could go through every single one of those scans that they took in 30 seconds. Where a doctor's still looking at one and the AI is like, no, this is wrong. Check us out. It's like, no, I haven't seen this angle.
Yeah.
You know, from this angle, it looks good, but AI is probably like, but this angle looks bad. You know,
But
like,
the AI was way better than the doctors.
yeah.
Now, mind you, I don't know how they ran this test and what they ran it against or
Right.
anything like that.
Right.
And there might have been a doctor that was 100% the whole way through, and he was like, yeah, I know what I'm actually doing. And there might be some doctors that, didn't know a lot about that situation. So,
Yeah.
that's a tough one, too. Like,
And I would
I don't
say,
know
too-
how they ran that program either.
I would say too, like, depending on the papers that are written and what's published, a doctor that sees a scan sees something, but then once he gets into surgery, it's like it doesn't present itself as seen on a scan. He probably has that a little bit better. Where AI, they might not publish what they found in the actual surgery, so AI might have a little setback from that. Because the only information that AI knows is anything that's basically anything that's not been
Anything
computerized.
we
Yeah.
know, but they're taking that
But
knowledge
it's been
collectively.
computerized. Where sometimes when you put your hands on shit, it's different than what you've
Right.
read on the internet.
And they're taking that knowledge collectively and putting it back to us.
Yeah.
So, at the end of the day, it's just about as smart as us for now.
Yeah.
For now.
But it's I believe AI in general, because it can read the internet, it can read these papers, it can read everything. It's definitely smarter than the one doctor I'm going to.
No,
You know what I mean?
yeah, 100%. 100%. It's definitely smarter than me.
Yeah. Oh, me too. Like,
Smarter than us, probably both combined.
I'm a low benchmark.
It's smarter than most of the world. That's the problem.
Yeah.
But it still has its limitations because it's just as smart as us. It's still
Yeah.
at the same point. And it's learning all the dumbest stuff.
But
too.
you had the day whenever a doctor has a camera on its head and it's uploading it straight into an AI database and being like so
5,
you see
10
on
years.
so you see on this scan where it looks like that, but now that I'm actually in it and it's not, that's very common because of the way the scan reads it. And they has like, okay, the next diagnosis is spot the fuck on.
I think 5, 10 years, shit's going to be turned upside down and it's going to blow our minds. So
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I feel like at first I was like, it's going to be like 20 years of this shit. Like, really, nah, I'm like, well, this is 5, 10.
Well, fucking quantum computing and
Yeah, I'm not even worried about that because I don't even know what the fuck that means still.
yeah.
I've heard someone try to explain it, still don't understand. They
Yeah.
talk about multiverse, they try to, I don't even care.
The quantum thing.
I'm just talking about where AI has gone from us
yeah.
asking a question, a couple years ago on our phones to now,
Yeah.
and what you can do in your search bar with AI,
Yeah.
and the music and everything.
Some of it's still a little buggy.
It's like
Still a little weird.
100%. But you know what we're really good at? Fixing all those bugs in 2 years. And
Yeah.
you know what that AI is really good at? Fixing
Recoding
its own
itself.
bugs and
Yeah.
recoding itself. I think in 5 years there's going to be a lot of change,
Yeah.
unless a meteor hits us by then. So
Yeah.
simulation again. That's what.
Right.
Reset. But no. Anyways, enough about that. That's not a damn good time. What could be a damn good
It's a
time
weird
too.
time, yeah.
It could give us a lot more free time, and that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, I was just like, hey, you know what? You know what you humans are really good at doing? Having a damn good time. You guys just go out,
Yeah.
have a damn good time. We got you. We're gonna make sure you're fed. We're gonna make sure you got your
AI's
wants
gonna
and
fucking
needs.
fall into our podcast. Be like, these guys know what's up.
You get your wants and needs.
Everybody
filled.
watch this podcast and have a
You-
damn good time with them.
If you humans don't go out and interact, you're just gonna be crazy people. We need you to be
Yeah.
smart, and then for 3 hours a day, we need you to come in and do serious work,
Yeah.
Monday through Wednesday. That's it.
Fix our processors. Do the shit we don't know how. Do the physical stuff we can't
Yeah.
do.
And then whatever meal you want that night, you just hit a button. If you don't know what you want, you hit another button. We know what you like now. We just put you out a meal.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. Oh, we made this alcohol that gives you all the feeling of drunk, but doesn't affect your body whatsoever. Oh, and by the way, we got nanobots to fix your entire body.
Yeah.
We can make you live to 110, but you have to die after that.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy, right?
Yeah. We'll give you we'll get you there, but that's the limit.
Think about that. And that,
We've done the math, we've done the science. We trust us, we're AI, but we realize that the human limit at this point is 110.
think about this, and this is what I thought about in a crazy scenario like this, and then I'll leave this alone. But in a crazy scenario like this,
Yeah.
and there's been some movies on this and stuff that I've kind of touched on this. What if you knew like that you lived to 110 and then it's your 110th birthday?
You knew, or just knew your death date.
You knew your death date, but between now and then you could die if like you got shot in the head, or if you got, or maybe
so
not even
just your natural death date.
maybe not even if like you got shot or like if you got in a wreck. Like we're talking Grand Theft Auto, basically.
Yeah.
These robots just came up and like you had nanobots
Respawn.
in you, and you're like, oh my
Yeah.
god, that hurt.
Respawn, but
Yeah,
we can't let it happen past 110.
but 110, you're done. How many people would just be trying to beat 110?
Yeah.
How much money can I pay? What can I do? What crazy stuff do I need to do to get past 110? How do I get these nanobots out of me?
I guess the real question is, because I have, if the bots can bring me back to life, they're going to preserve my youth.
Well,
You know, if I'm 110, like,
the next step is we just created artificial life.
or like, just fuck it, I should have died 20 years ago.
Yeah. Well, the next step is I just created artificial life. Well, I'll just load my mind into
Put my brain
artificial
in that
life.
bitch.
Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. All the movies have done it.
Futurama, they're just
Yeah.
heads in jars on robots. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the cruder way of doing it, but if you could just download what's in that head,
Well, I mean, think about it. If something can learn you completely, then it's you, right? Is it you? Is it not you? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know either. If it knows every response you give to every question because it studied you for your whole 30 years, because at this point in time, there's enough information about our asses.
Yeah, with
But is this really me when I'm talking?
with 100 and what we're on 191 episodes of us just bullshitting right
Woo!
now. That's it'll be 192 this episode. So that's enough of a profile for some kind of AI to replicate us easily.
Easy.
Not that they're gonna, because we're not that cool, but could happen.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Me like Stephen Cody. We know how to fight a gorilla now.
we need the world to have a damn good time, so we're gonna replicate you.
All right.
But anyway, I actually really have to pee, and I think we've gone kind of long.
I think we got along. We talked about enough fun stuff. I
Yeah.
would say, did you have a damn good time?
I did have a damn good time. Did you have a damn good
I
time?
had a damn good time. I'm gonna punch a gorilla in the mouth.
Yeah. And we hope you guys had a damn good time as well. Please don't go fighting gorillas. Don't test that
Don't test
theory.
it.
But if you're gonna record it, send it to us. Click
bring-
all the links. Send it directly to us. We'll
Yeah.
post it here first.
And make sure it was a gorilla that did a lot of bad stuff.
Yeah, the bad gorilla.
If not, make friends with him, and then I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, just make friends with him.
But either way,
He's a
click
good
like
guy.
and subscribe. Follow us on all this shit. Tell us how stupid we are, because we love hearing the comments, whether they're good or bad. Tell your grandma. We love you guys.
Love you guys.
Love you, Cody.
Cheers to a damn good time.
We'll see you next week.
Bruh, bruh. We out.